I'll just do a bit of a tour on the truck. I said once before I was going to show you what's different to a standard truck. So I'll do that now while I'm standing around waiting. Okay, first thing we got is the front of the truck. If you can see here, there's a bit of a line and different colour. Now the reason that's a different colour is because the front of the truck's wrapped. You can see all joins here where they've wrapped the truck. Now that's just to protect it. The bumper's done the same. A little mark there. It's where the wrapping is. So they wrap the front of the truck, most of it, to protect the paint. So that's just one of the things. There's quite a few companies doing this now. So if you look at it closely, it's a different colour. In the distance you can't really tell. So that's just one of the things that they've done to it. If we come back, we've got the drop visor, as you can see, and we've got an extra 2 clearance lights on the roof. These are only 3. They put an extra 2 in the centre, so actually got 7. Truck's a bit dirty. It's got a few bugs on it. I did clean it this morning. It's one thing I hate is the bugs on the front of the truck, as you probably know. These checker plates on the tanks here are custom made. Had quite a few inquiries. That one's a bit loose actually. I'll have to tighten that up. Had a few inquiries about this, how they put it on there, because usually a gap, and it usually sits about this high. So the step that's normally there that comes with them is square, just comes to the edges. It's about this high and it covers that, but this is actually below that. They've drilled into the tank straps to sit that on there. And we've also got the stainless guards as well. Back of the truck, that plate's not usually at the black. We've got the trailer here, so it's going to be a bit hard to see. The plate's not usually at the black. That's an added extra. It's usually open, and that's where the ice pack is. Standard tail lights, nothing different there, just mounted a little bit lower. They're usually a bit higher because they've mounted them onto the guards. They're a bit lower. And of course we got our nut covers, which have got skulls on them, and they're everywhere just to cover up the nuts a bit. The other trucks have got different things on them. Some are pointy, some are just plain. All the trucks sort of custom a little bit different. And we got our covers there with the big nuts on them. Just makes it a little bit unique over the standard trucks. Different wheels, different caps on them. They all come with different sorts of things. But this one's just plain. They painted the white. Got little skulls on this one too, down here. But they painted the tanks white, as you know. But that's really, it's pretty a standard truck, except for the few little added features. So when it comes to sell, I'll take this wrapping off the front here, and it'll be pretty good underneath with no stone chips. Starting to get a few here because it's not wrapped there, and that's what sort of happens to them over time. They get stone chips and paint peels off, and they look a bit messy over a couple of years. Unavoidable, of course. You're going to get stone chips, especially driving down the highway. But that's pretty much the only custom bits, I suppose. You got the diamond plate on the back as well, and there's a polish actually. It's starting to get a bit scratched and dirty. They only come with one exhaust now, and we've got the double air cleaner. I have actually heard of someone actually making a fake exhaust system, and they made it into a water tank, put a plastic sleeve down the middle, put a tap at the top to fill it, another tap at the bottom, so they could actually use it as a water tank. I thought that was a bit ingenious. Looks exactly the same as a normal exhaust, but just not connected. Just a bit of bling, I suppose. But that's it. Not too much about it, but we got the skirts down the bottom of the tank. I've got one that's bent on the other side a little bit. I have to get that repaired. I wouldn't mind some lights on there, but when they get time, they might just put some on there. The other one's bent because we hit a kangaroo at one stage, and it bent it. So I'll get that all looked at when we've got a bit of time. All these trailers come with chrome wheels. They're our trailers as well. They look good when they're clean, when they're a bit dirty. Truck's a bit dirty. They actually picked up the trailers for us, and it was a rainy day, so they didn't have time to give it a wash. They're normally not like that. Usually pretty shiny, but and this is the bottom of this little tank skirt. As you can see, there's a big gap there. Needs to be bracket needs to be pushed back and straightened up. I'm going to have a look at that. Just to make it look a bit tidy. You don't want to get it leaving those sort of things and they get untidy. And the truck starts to get, little bits and pieces. If you don't get them repaired, they just go on and on and on. It ends up a bit trashy over time. So that's it. That's the outside. Standard mirrors on it as well. They do come with all different sorts of mirrors. We got these. It's actually another truck. These are sort of extensions on the guards. But I got the stainless one. There's actually some that are painted. The steps. Some of these trucks, the steps come out. We haven't got that. Well, we don't need it, but they actually fold out, and this comes out as well. This piece all slides out sideways, and then and it tilts, so you sort of got a bit of an angle to go up, and you can actually, this comes out twice as far, so you can actually put a bag there, and you've got more space for your foot. You actually put your whole foot on there. I don't particularly need it, but probably be handy occasions. Good for standing there when you're cleaning as well, so if you had that step come out, it'd be easy to clean. They'd have to modify all this, of course. They couldn't have these on there if the step come out, because it'd be sort of joined. But starting to get a few little scratches now where you put your feet. Probably just needs a bit of a touch up. But that's it.